Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lion's Den podcast.
So, ladies and gentlemen, wadau des, watunguers, we are back, Lion's Den 365. I hope our last segment on kindness and philanthropy lo amazing sana manze. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Spotify kila mahali manze. Tuko na lineup ingine moto leo. We are going to speak about adulting and the GNZ yenye tunaenda kuiface leo. But before we dive into that, make sure you subscribe, comment and follow us on Spotify na streaming platforms zote. I'm your host, TK Lion. Bola at your dog manguna maybe kubak bend. I'm taking Lion's Den in the Lion's Den. Simba TK ndani kwa Lion's Den. Wale wa West. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lion's Den. I'm your host, TK Lion. Tobias, and we have our special guest today, Crystal, in the house. I hope you guys may subscribe channel yetu. I want to remind you about our last segment about kindness and philanthropy. Episode manzil kwa far. Go and check it out. And also check out mentors, idols, and if I were to be like, subscribe and make sure you follow us on Spotify. Before we dive into the topic or the main agenda ya leo, nataka you guys mwende hapo comment about everything you're going to discuss leo. Let's engage. Acha kwa an engagement section. Sasa tumekuja hapa mnatuona tumedunga officially na tie. Comment ndio to engage tujue hapo IG nikipost ako ka handle unasema nilikuwa ngaifi hivi na hivi. Maybe next time you'll get a chance and come to the show so that we may continue. Our topic of today will be adulting. We're going to discuss about adulting. Leo, anything you want to know about what is adulting? How do you run adulting, or how is to be an adult? How is to be an zungu tu kidogo. How is to become an adult hapo? Very well, diving very deep. Nataka nipe co-host wangu hapa, Tobias. You're welcome.
Thank you, TK. As you've heard, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a special guest. She will be introducing herself. It would be very unfair for me to go ahead and do the introduction. But lady and gentlemen, today as always we start with a proverb and the panel will crack it. So the proverb is the proverb of this week is from India. We've been doing a lot of research from India, so we just decided that since we've been doing some study from India and some cultural studies, economic and political studies, it will be fair for us to pick a proverb from India. Is that true, TK? So I came up with a proverb. The team doesn't know anything about it. They're just about to brainstorm and give me their fresh sentiments on the same. So the proverb is, and TK naanza na because when mwenyeji, just as every soul is different, so are the needs for nourishment. It's from someone we call Payal Kadakia Puji, founder of ClassPass India.
Just as every soul is different, so is their nourishment.
Need for nourishment. Yeah. What do you take from that? What do you think? Expound in your own way.
From my perspective, I may think like people are different and we are not all the same. We're made of different complexities. Whatever you need in your life that will make you satisfied, it's not the same thing that I want to be satisfied. Yeah. I may live in as aishi kwa nyumba ya landlord na niko satisfied. Na kuna mwenye anaweza taka aike plot yake ndio atakuwa satisfied.
Exactly. Yeah. Madam guest, I'm not about to say your name, so what do you think?
You introduce.
My name is Pendo William and I'm the guest today. Just to pick it up from what TK has just said, we are not the same and we're not coming from the same dynasty. What you need is not what I need, and what someone else needs is not the same thing I need. What you're interested in is not the same thing I'm interested in, and what is good for me is not the same thing that is good for the other party. So yeah.
From on a scale of 0 to 10, I give both of them 10, of course. And my part of the proverb in a nutshell, it should not be lost upon us that we are created from the same God and in His likeness and sameness, as the Bible says. So we have a foundation, of course. That's why we can coexist together. If everyone could be like doing their own things, we would never coexist. But we have some common grounds where we can coexist. But there are some extremes where you need to mind your own business. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I love is not what you love, and what I prefer good is not what you, and it should be okay. Sometimes when I'm cruising around the social medias, is where I get like, sometimes I see a post and I say, let me go through the comments, and people have very different mentalities on similar issues.
True.
Yeah, so if you fathom that, and everything goes to the book. So today we are talking about adulting. We are going to have a free fall of events today. We have not scripted anything. You can see my notebook is empty, nothing scripted. So we're going to have a free fall talk and document it today. Also free to tell us what you think about adulting, your experiences, your weird things. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Tilas Tobias on Instagram, TkNation and or Pendo at Instagram. So we shall attach the handles at the bottom of the screen, and everything shall be smooth. So Tiki, what do you think about adulting? Start from what to you? What do you think? Don't really define it. Just what do you think about it? Is it a process? Is it a stage? What is it to you?
When I hear the word adulting, the first thing that comes to my head is having something that depends on you, having responsibilities. Under the responsibilities, having to pay your rent, having to buy diapers, kiss kids, you have to cater for school fees, having to take care of your parents. It's your parents at wamefika ile old age where they're being less productive as they're in their prime when you're still a child. Adulting comes with having to face like the real world, the bills behind everything, where in your once when you were a teenager and a child, you saw everything was like a big ball of world where everything is fun and play. But here you find that when you have to do something, you have to pay for it, you have to commit your energy, you have to commit your time. That's adulting for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess, how about you, Ben? What do you think?
Well, adulthood comes with a lot of uncomfortable truth. That is where now you know the truth about finances. Because when we were growing up, we used to think like, mtu mkubwa hizi kosa su. Mia, utakosaje mia?
Mtu mkubwa ni sisi.
Mtu mkubwa sasa wewe ndio umekuwa mtu mkubwa nao. Na unapata hauna su. Unaweza pata kuna time yenye hauna tambao mzima. Like there's just a lot of financial realities that you're going to meet when you grow up. Plus there is just personal responsibility, as Tiki has said, and there is also time management. You also need to change on that because
So all right. I think adulting for gents is very different from ladies. So I don't have a sister. I've not grown close to to a point I was close to them, but a larger part of my adulting, I've not grown with any female, like sister, cousin, or anyone around me. I've just been alone, like in the wilderness, doing my own stuff. Yeah, but I tend to believe that for men it's a little bit tougher. I'm not saying that ladies find it any easier, but it's a little bit tougher for boys because, you know, people expect that you should be strong. And so many, actually, she's saying that mtu mzima afai kukosa mia. It's very different when mwanaume anakosa hiyo mia. No one even will want to listen to you.
No one. Even no lady will look at you. No.
It has been very difficult for us to adult, and I want to know what are some of the challenges or let's start with some of your takeaways. What have you learned from adulting? Tiki, starting with you. When
like ladies and gents, as you comment down below, like adulting unajua face adulting imeanza like responsibilities. Una feel too you have that free will ya kusema kesho nitafanya nini. Naona like if I do this thing, how will this thing affect? For example, as a man they expect you to be a provider. You yourself, you have to go out there, look for a job so that you get some basic needs and you need to provide home. A woman, like a lady, let's say a lady is transitioning into an adult. A lady called maybe Pia Crystal atanikosoa kiasi, but for the ladies, for the ladies I guess it's way easier because you can find a very stable person and if he gives you, if he leads you well, you will submit accordingly. If he's a good provider, he's good in provision, then automatically natural selection falls into submission.
But you know,
It's compared.
ladies of this city, I don't think that is a word in the dictionary anymore.
When you shit you say,
There's nothing like submission in this city, whether you have money or not.
No.
Mostly, especially when you have money, they intend to respect you, yes. But there's nothing really like submission. Rich men like fight with their wives. You know, when you're ready, I think we need to have a topic, another segment of submission and
Provision.
Yeah, there's a lot about it that we need to talk about. But first, let's not divert into from adulting to that.
To
but
that, yeah.
it's really key. What do you think?
Personally, I think as a lady, you need to be financially independent. It doesn't matter who your dad is.
Are you guys? Are you?
Yes, we are.
Especially girls from this city.
No. It doesn't matter who your dad is. It doesn't matter who your brother is. It doesn't matter who your sister is. It doesn't matter who the man in your relationship is. You need to be stable. You need to be more than willing to cater for your own needs, because no one is going to do that for free. And that person, if he does, definitely he'll want something in return.
Of course.
Na sasa hiyo time ya kusubmit inatoka wapi?
I beg.
Kuna swali, especially before talking about a relationship in adulting. I find it very difficult to get a girlfriend nowadays than I used to do, like when I was in high school. And
When do we change that?
it's really difficult now to get girls. I don't know if it was the same with our parents when they were adulting, but you know, ladies come with a little bit different expectations as they grow older.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what do you think? Why do you guys change?
I beg to differ. I beg to differ with Crystal, where she said, ladies, there are two types of ladies
Yeah.
today. We have the traditional women, these women who
Do we have any?
they are there. They're still left.
No, man.
But they're still left. They're still
In
left.
the city, then the village.
Not in the village.
Even if they're there, there are few. There are few. Women who have been brought to the mentality you have to serve your husband. Like when his father is releasing her daughter to another person, he knows you two are going to be adults in the same house. You have to share responsibilities, you share boundaries. You find that once you are with me, like this, you cut all ties outside. No. We focus on building a home, because an adult to an adult, we both look at responsibilities and we use our optimum best to make sure you neutralize everything in that home state. So we know, like if women could be like that type, we know our roles in the society. We can't change anything over time. You remember our ancestors back, like imekuanga hivyo. So ever since, and we've survived till now. If we both know our roles.
I think it's a change of guard. Why are you guys changing as the adult ladies? Why are you guys changing?
People are not the same.
You cannot say that it's not true, because we have ladies hanging out with 45, 50-year-old and they don't even mind. Like we were at Oktoberfest, I'm sorry to say it. We have said every person should mind their own business.
Yeah.
But I saw like a girl around, university girl, I can't really guess the age, but a young girl to Rekayetu. And then you look at the boyfriend.
Baba.
That's even not a boyfriend.
Babes.
That's not even a husband. Granddad. I mean, someone with a great should
Unaweza
not even-
pigwa laana tu.
unaweza hata pigwa laana na usi-
Walisema hakuna kulia kwa bike.
Anyway,
Tunalia kwa range. Hakuna
Alright.
kulia kwa bike
It's
side.
Nairobi for you guys. So,
But people are not the same actually. There are two types of ladies. Kuna ule mwenye anaji-respect na kuna ule mwenye she's just there for the money, unaona.
Yeah.
Kuna msee mwenye ataingia kwa relationship just because she wants money, and there's that another one mwenye anajua what she wants in that relationship. Personally, like me, I wouldn't say ati I'll be in any relationship because I want your money, because it has nothing to do with my background, but nimejistabilize to an extent yenye I don't need your money. Unaona, ukikuja ka uko nayo ni sawa, ka hauna tunasonga, unacheki. Si story ya kuingia kwa relationship, but simply because this guy has money, tutaingia kwa range, tuende ni hang up, ni post kwa social media, nini blah blah blah. I'm not that type of a person, and I'm not doing this because I am, hakuna kuuza sera bana.
You're on record.
Yes.
She's single.
I'm not searching. I'm not searching.
I wonder. But personally, my take on that can be if that lady is in that Range Rover, she has to pay bills or so. Lazima tu alipe bills. Your adulting imemfikisha hapo.
Yeah.
Lazima alipe bills. Ukiona kama demu fanya OnlyFans, what's the main purpose for? Kuna wengine wamepost vibe kusema OnlyFans in transition from being broke to being super rich. No.
Now that's a poor mentality. I'd say that.
For the ladies that we have, right?
Yes, that's a poor mentality.
For the ladies
because kama ni umaskini na kupeleka kuingia kwa relationship because of money, then hakuna mahali unaenda as a lady. Mahali tuko as a country, actually I can say, tuko place mbaya yenye hata tukiangalia, by the way, the ladies that we used to have, like our moms, our grandmas, si wenye wako sahi. Utapata mademu wenye wako sahi, they're just doing it because of money, unaona. But it doesn't, sioni kind of need kukua like ati mimi I am in a relationship because I want to build myself. Why don't you try looking for something? In as much as naelewa sahi hakuna job, the economy is not good, but si ujaribu tu, wataka nikuza smocha, wataka nikuza njugu, just try, jitume. That's what I can say.
We shall talk about relationships. It's very emotional. It's very serious.
Can you break you?
The issue. It's not something we should just brush off. Anyway, so as I was growing up, TK and Madam, my mother used to tell me that I'm very disorderly. My mother used to tell me that I'm very disorderly. We were just the two of us. No brother, no sister, no dad, no nothing. So she used to tell me that. So growing up, I thought that was a joke. So when I went to high school, I was not that person that my mother thought I was. Because when I went to high school and saw how men look like, I started aspiring to look like them. People change. Adulting changed you from. I'm not going to mention. My friend had a cousin. When they were young, that cousin used to oppress him. Talk ill of that person. You guys are poor because the cousin were rich. But growing up, they went to the same high school. The two of them. One was in Form 4, the other one was in Form 2. And the poor one now became the chairman of the school. And they started, and things changed over time. So change of guard also happens in adulting. And other end, you guys, have you learned how do you conduct yourself now as you're adulting? Because it's very different from, I know your dad can call you now, and dad, I'm a little bit busy, I'll call you. You couldn't do that 5 years ago. So how is other end conduct on your side? How do you conduct? Are you conducting yourself better? What is it? How are you doing it?
I can say conducting myself, like, it's all about discipline. Being an adult, it's all about discipline. There's time to do this, there's time to do that. For example, my dad who is my mentor, normally says your current, like your present circumstances are the one which will define your future. Like you can shape your own destiny. And how shaping your own destiny, if you become disciplined like many adults, I'll have to wake up at 9 and leave job at 5. Like me treating the studio, for example, like a 9 to 5 job. Saa sita ikifika saa 7 naenda lunch, nigaze tumbo. Mama yuko kunipigia, kuja kula lunch. No, it's you as an adult to say nitainama, ama like go and buy food. Ukienda to buy food, what type of food am I going to buy? Niko na nini kwa nyumba? Do I have oil? Do I have ugali? Do I have cooking flour? So that mathematics, how you conduct yourself, breaking down the budget, ndio uko na extra cash ya kesha fare or extra cash ya kesha ya kutumia kwa nyumba. Discipline.
So of course, just come with discipline. Basically, as I say, the things that our parents really taught us and our teachers also taught us, and like discipline. You cannot be an adult and lack discipline. So you become a big baby. You have money, like 50,000, and the first thing you think is go to the club and spoil on the street. And you wake up tomorrow and you call us saying, "Give me a punch." That's not. You have money, yes, but you're not disciplined. So you're doomed to fail from the start. The same is when you have sexual indiscipline, you have conduct discipline. You cannot. You just get yourself caught my every time. Yeah. So how do you conduct yourself? How has conduct been for you as an adult?
As we age, you realize that sometimes yes, only like that.
Like conduct as an adult. The contrast level kuna conduct kitambo probably ukiwa under parents ama ukiwa strictly under parents.
Right now you have to actually prioritize yourself more than you used to do, because back then it was someone else doing it on your behalf, but right now it's you to come up with your own decisions, to come up with your own what you want to do or what you want. Like sahi hakuna msi ana control, it's just you.
So lastly, on adulting, there are things that seem to not work out. Mm-hmm. And at some time, then you could consult your dad if you have one, or your mother if you have one, or someone. But as you grow, or your friend or your something. But as you grow old, you notice that you are mostly independent, right? So how do you deal with these situations, for example? How do you deal with when you have not achieved what you want and there's no one to cry to? You know, then you used to go and cry to your mom, you know, I wanted this and this and she, you know, this and this. But now it's all about you. Mostly, even your mother is not, or your parent is not really focused on. Like, at 23 to 4, no one is really like kila mtu akona kazi yake, you see. So how do you do it? Do you go and cry at night for the ladies at the pillow, cry and wake up in the morning? For the lads, you go and drink, and what do you do?
For example, what can someone do at that situation where you don't have a shoulder to cry on?
Yeah, and now you're adulting. Everyone expects that you're strong, you're powerful, and you're focused.
I can say some people go to clubs, some go drink it out. Some people, for example, me can go to the studio and make songs, make turn back-to-back songs. And others may find time by reaching out to their friends. Wanaenda karo rashio, baby shower, nimesikia amepost baby shower hapo Ruiru ndani, tufike. Like getting distractions, like you take yourself off the course. Then when you reclaim yourself, you'll feel bad, obvious. Utasikia vibaya, but ukisikia vibaya uko mbali, utakuja ujicollect and you become more strong. Me believe, I don't know how you guys view it. Like first time you had a challenge, you felt like it was impossible for you to recoup from that, to rejuvenate. Then when a second challenge hits you, I say, I know there are good times and I know there are bad times.
Sure.
But how you govern yourself, how you control your free will, like just being an adult, you have freedom, that's first. Like you're being favored with the good side and the bad side. Make sure that you hujajipoteza sana, of course, that you lose the road which you're going through. Yeah. And make sure watu wanasemanga kupea mwili pole. Sasa zingine you don't overwork yourself like a mule.
Before hapo kupea mwili pole. Just let's dive in 5 minutes. Just like 5 seconds. I'm planning, when things now unfold the way we're planning, I shall be rewarding myself unconditionally. Yes. Like on a good Saturday evening, I just want to sleep in
on the 7th day.
Wake up in Naivasha. Like I'll spoil myself, because adulting has not been easy, especially when you have less resources. It's really difficult. You know, people think it's a joke. True. When you're a man and you have less resources and you're adulting, and it's really difficult, I can tell you for free. So, mwili lazima tulishi, but responsible. Yeah.
Let's say adikwa drinking mandikwa excessive. Yes, you can, but excessive.
Don't do excessive.
Yeah. So with that fear comes it comes with a lot of confidence, actually.
Okay.
Because right now, personally, I can tell someone, kama we are not talking about money, we're not talking about business or anything regarding what I'm doing, then shake my head and keep it moving. What else are we discussing about, you know?
Nairobi lady.
Yes, right now I can confidently say that, you know what, sir, I don't want to work with you.
Nairobi?
Or I can work with you. No, because the kind of confidence I possess right now is totally unmatched. It's not the same one that I used to have when I was growing up. Okay. Right now, nasikia manze, tunapanda tu kidogo, cloud 9 kidogo tu, step kamoja.
And freedom. How are you handling freedom? Because I remember when you were, like, for example, when you were finishing high school with TK, we couldn't read. When we were doing physics, we couldn't read.
Same time.
Couldn't read. So how now you come out And okay, your parents are strict for like a year. My mother's never been strict, apart from when I was studying in high school. From there, she trusted me to run my affairs, which I did. And I thank God at least I didn't end up in the streets. Like some discipline and some focus at least here. So that doesn't mean also you're imperfect. So how have you been dealing with freedom?
Kwanza tuambie ulitoka home ukiwa how old?
The last time, and I always say this, it's not when the first time I worked was in like a week after we finished our KCC, before the week between Christmas, because as we were receiving our results, I was watching the results. I was working in a restaurant in Karen called Stedmark. My best friend Felix took me there.
I remember.
Yeah. So November, December, I was working in the Stedmark. So from there, like I've had hustles that's the last time I slept in town, like where my mother is. Because even before high school, I never used to sleep with my mother in my mother's house. Yeah. So that's the last time, and it has been like so many years since. Hata kuniambia hivyo sasa niko na it's a joke.
So in quotes, like responsibilities made you mature at a very
at a very young age. Actually, when I noticed that you need first to look for money and stop chasing women, I was 19 years old. I was 19 years old. You know, people realize that when they're 26, 27. I was 19 years old, and I have reasons for that. Like, yeah, because even when I was working there, you know, adulting, like, I didn't expect, like, when I was working there, there was a lady, and I won't mention her name, there was a lady there, she was about 28 years old, and she wanted me. I never thought that could happen.
Applications.
And I was even 18.
Applications
wanatuma kutuma.
Like squatter, like I just let it pass because I was still young. So comparing then and now, there's been a process.
You were still children.
I was still children, very little children. So how are you dealing with freedom?
Me, I can say na originate tu na venye creator alifanya. Work for 6 days and on the 7th day
pea mwili pole.
Exactly. So you make sure your fraction, your discipline is higher than the fraction of where you have to relax. And the fraction you have to relax also you maintain, like there's a standard. Let's say if you're drinking and you know you have to get home early, you say, guys, I'm okay, and let me go home. I'm okay for the night. I say, oh, you're leaving early, but you have that standard, you have to go. Landlord is coming and anasema ukumbuke rent ni tarehe 9. Tarehe 9 hiyo usiku unamtumia deposit, then you tell him I'll give you the end deposit maybe after 2 days. That's creating a standard. He'll see, okay, this person is verbally communicating to me. In another freedom is if you're not living in your parents' house, definitely you'll have a lot in terms of freedom. You set rules for yourself. Like not anyone will just come and party in my house. Not anyone will hata uko na vikombe twa wageni. Exactly. You start creating your environment which you want people to see you as who you are. Like, that's freedom. And if you have freedom, as I said, you're favored by God and still you're favored by the devil. Especially for young gens, for example, you find that you've lost cost so much. You have baby mamas out here. You don't have a job, still at your parents' house. Now the society starts looking down upon you, and once you are mentally affected, it will definitely affect the source and your energy physically.
So as we finish this segment, I would like to give you a little story in like a minute. It happened during 2019 June. I was working as a stand boy for Trigger Foods. Some driver had hired me to be stand boy. Like my work was to load and offload. So one day, there's a man who took something on credit, mtungi of mafuta. It was top man, 2160. That was the amount. So when he took that mtungi, he said he'd pay tomorrow. So tomorrow we went there, he never paid, and he was our friend, so we even never bothered to, like, good friends. So kesho yake, as we were, even that day that we gave him the mtungi free, we took him even to his shop, like we gave him a ride to his shop. So one day passed. So the rules of Trigger Foods was that when you make an order today, you pay within 24 hours. So 24 hours passed, 48 hours passed. So my driver now was called Bernard. He was supposed to pay that money, so he paid. So 7 days passed and that man has not paid our money. So on Saturday for that week, Bena told me, he was called Ben, we used to call him Bena. Bena told me, you need to go and take that mtungi back and go to sell it to someone else, slap them to a chips, we recoup back our money. So why not? I was 19 years old, so we went. So when we went, we found the mtungi was there actually almost a quarter has been used and it was a. So we had to lose our money. And he's just talking bad. So I was told to take the mtungi and take it back to the vehicle. So as I was taking the mtungi, there was a lot of commotion at the shop. So when I checked, they were trying to fight each other. So people came in and separated them, and a lot of chaos. Then we went to the mtungi. So the Saturday night we sold the mtungi, we got the money, and we forgot even the story. Sunday, Monday. So Monday around 2 p.m. someone calls Bena and tells him, this is X and X. He reports at Makongeni police station. It was at Pika. We were working at Pika, along Pika Makongeni road. So, okay, we will report. So after job, so it was not even rush because we wanted to go at that time, but so no, we had a job. I couldn't join. So we went at the police station around 6 p.m. in the evening. We got that man that now we have took them tungi. Akona mabandage, akona manini, like anakanika amegongwa lorry. And we were like, aye. So from the moment we saw that, we were expect. So the police tells us, let's go to the canteen. I show you, we talk. So we go and talk. And do you know what happened? Yes. Do you know what happened? Yes. I asked me, do you know what happened? Yes. And the police was like, you need to pay this man around 15,000. And we thought it was a joke. So we were taken inside for like 30 minutes. So when Bena saw it was serious, I called the police. Come, let's talk. So we were taken again out. My belt, my watch, everything was taken. At 19, that's how I imagine. So we went to the canteen, back to the canteen, started negotiating. So I tried to talk. That man said to me, "Wake kijana nyamaza." We tried. There was no talking. You try to explain yourself, nothing happens. So that man was paid 15,000 for nothing, from totally nothing. The impunity in this country, just imagine. So things like those were happening, and I was like, wow, people are like at 19, you don't expect like someone another we lost the money, but I got some experience then. Over time, people have tried to do that because, but at least we're more enlightened, so you cannot just give that amount of money.
True.
Yeah, but that's what happens as an adult. Like you see things that you never expected. Do you imagine someone can do that? Like someone can go to the police, say you beat him, put on bandages, and and you pay 50,000. You'll pay. Trust me, you'll pay. So it's not an easy thing to be an adult, but we're trying. Especially in a country like this where people are very deceptive and everything is skyrocketed. No one cares, no mentorship, no. It's really difficult.
What's your take on that, Crystal? How do you see in the country we live in, like right now, the crisis going on? We're trying to be adults, what it was 1999, 1998, 2005, anakukatia DM.
Baby, infants. Elders of 1992, what do you say?
Elders. Everything that is happening in our country right now is an eye-opener. Because things have changed. They were not the way they are back then. So we just be cautious.
We will end up having very tough adults 20 years from now. We will be tougher than our parents, trust me. Tougher.
They'll be tougher than us.
No, we'll be tougher than them because we are growing up in very difficult conditions. Like I was saying,
our children.
Our children will be tougher than us. Yes, because then things, it's like, I'll give you an example of the world's largest economy. How they used to deal with things in 1945 during the Second World War is very difficult. It's very different from how they used to deal with things 18th, how they used to 17th, and now in new millennium ages. Yeah, so
everything is
get tougher. Yeah, get tougher.
Tough times create tough people, or soft times create soft people. So, like, for example, the USA, like the living standards are the best out there. Yeah. So you find they have this much free time that they brought this issue with genders everywhere. Like, identify us as them, we. Such things. Like there's a certain politician, I don't remember his name, but he said they have a lot of free time because real and young adults out here are working to build better communities.
So in a nutshell, let's finish up our today's episode.
Adulthood also comes with loneliness.
A lot of loneliness, actually.
Yes.
As I was saying, it has been very difficult for me to get a girlfriend. I'm not looking for one. I've not been looking.
DM.
But no. Actually, my DM is very, very dry. Kuna matumaini.
Then sana too many
But
CV.
the good thing is that at least I'm learning. I know at least I'm learning, and things should be there. Because then the only difference between me and the next place is just one thing, and it's money, nothing else.
Exactly.
Any other thing I've already experienced.
Money.
Yeah, it's just money.
So your health. You should focus on your health actually.
People keep fit, manze.
Yes.
These bodies will make them at 60.
Na kuna magonjwa huku nje. Inaitwa aje?
Kisonono.
Hey, gonorrhea. It is there. STIs, kuna AIDS, kuna sai hata kuna corona. Be cautious wadau.
So before we wind up, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are watching, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lions Den 365. Follow us on Spotify at Lions Den 365. Gentlemen and the lady, I want to finish up with a Q&A.
Alright.
Very fast. Tell us, Netflix and chill. I'm a date nights.
Date nights, but end up with a little action. It's amazing.
Na nasema DM iko dry.
Anticipation.
Crystal, ulie kwa Range Rover or loyal and broke?
Hiyo broke toa. Tubaki tuna loyal. But sitaki kulia kwa Range actually. But ikikuja why not? Though I don't want to cry there, but nataka kujibuild mimi mwenyewe.
So what?
Step by step. You broke toa kwa sababu we are not broke. Tunakataa brokenness. We are not, no, yes. So hapo kwa loyal na baby steps.
Tell us, self-employment or 9-to-5 job?
Of course, man. Self-employment. Running my own. Yes, I want to be an investor. You know.
Self-employment. Crystal, Boss Beach ama kienyeji?
Hey, Boss Beach. Boss Beach, hiyo sitawadanganya.
Ladies and gentlemen, mnaweza comment. Unaweza chagua gani? Ulie kwa Range Rover ama ukuwe na mse loyal mwenye mna build empire from scratch?
Wengi ungekuwa demo ungechagua gani?
Si kwa scratch. Unaharibu.
Loyal and broke.
That's something.
So you're broke. You're broke inanikasirisha. I don't know.
That's something like being loyal with someone. It's something long term.
Yeah.
But kulia kwa Range Rover,
kwanza hapo kutakuja madharau because huyo msi atakudharau sana.
Utakuwa tu kama
jango the moment tunakuwa dependent anakudrop chini.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for keeping up with our long segment today. We had our beautiful guest and our smart panel today. Thank you for being with us. Everything has been elegant so far, and we say nothing but thank you for the support. Our latest video received very good remarks from you guys, and we thank you so much. Keep correcting us. That's the only way we learn. TK, subscribe to his music, to his YouTube channel at TK Lion, and also subscribe to our Lions Den channel and follow us on Spotify. Listen to our segments also on Spotify. They are very good for meditation and chilling. TK, what do you tell people before we close it up?
I would like to tell people, make sure as an adult is transitioning into an adult. Have that discipline, conserve your energy, especially at these times. Danger is lurking everywhere. You never know what's coming to you. Make sure you are safe. You are safe? You're safe. Yeah. We want to thank our guest, Pendo, for coming today. You're welcome. Next time,
next time we'll have another lady at least for balancing of the equation. So that the TK smiles with Pendo, I also smile with someone at the other end.
He needs a girlfriend.
Yes.
He needs a girlfriend.
DM.
No, don't.
Slide. Utawekea nini za bananas.
DM mfurahisha manzi.
We love you guys and subscribe and thank you. See you next time.
Lions Den.
24/7 kwa instru, it's a miracle. Lions Den, straight to you again. Hola at your dog manguna, maybe Kuba.